Hey, beauty besties. Happy Wednesday again, my friends. Happy Wednesday again. I hope your day continued to be amazing. Today is a very special day. This is a very special video and unboxing. We are going to be unboxing Sam's Bead Box for September of 2025, you guys. Some of you might have already seen this box. You might have it in your hands right now. So you know why it is so special. And guys, in my humble opinion, it might be the most special box ever. So before we get into that, we're going to get into some cards. And guys, I just want to say, Miss Wendy Whitman, she used to read cards before every video. She had all kinds of inspirational cards. And I just want to say that this is my way of not only giving us encouragement and giving us, just good vibes. This is also a way of me honoring that legacy for Miss Wendy. I had thought about it for a while after she passed. Should I do these cards or shouldn't I? Would they be well received, or would people maybe not be ready for them or want them? But people, they're very well received, and so that just makes my heart feel so good. And so I just want to say thank you guys so much for letting me continue to do this for us, and also to honor Miss Wendy. So, okay. So now we're going to pull a card. Guys, I can't guarantee you that I'm not going to get emotional, because it's already starting. It's already starting. Okay. Oh, it's a long one. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They can only be felt. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful card. They can only be felt. Okay. That's pretty sentimental, friends. If I do say so. All right, so let's bring in our Sam's Bead Box. And here she is. And of course, this is Wendy's Safari. And before we get into this, I just want to say my own little foreword for this channel real quick. And that, when I first got into jewelry making, I was in a very, very dark place in my life. It was a very dark time. And, learning how to make jewelry really helped me kind of get out of that abyss that I was in. And Wendy was, I think she was the second person that I found and subscribed to, because there was just something so special about her. But not only her, but there was something so special about the way she taught us how to make jewelry. She didn't just teach us. She didn't just show us how to make jewelry, but she almost made it like just a magical thing, right? And I can't explain it. I can only say that Wendy was a very bright light during that time of my life. Sorry, friends. I just had to stop for a second. So she was a very bright light at that time. And unfortunately, I never really got to know Miss Wendy on a personal level. I commented on her videos, and she would reply and things like that. And but I wasn't fortunate enough to get to have any kind of relationship. And so I really enjoy listening to stories like Jennifer Miller's stories, and listening to Jody and other friends who got to know Miss Wendy a little bit, and I just treasure those stories so much. And I can only imagine that if she was still here with us, we would be best friends, guys. We would just be best friends. So, all right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open that. I'm gonna pause just for a second. Okay, friends, I am so sorry, and we are back. So I debated whether or not to reshoot this video, but the truth is, friends, I don't want to have to go through this intro more than once. So there may be occasional pauses, and I do apologize. Okay, so let's open this box. And guys, if you're new to Sam's Bead Box, it is a once a month subscription. So you sign up once, and then you don't have to sign up again, and you get your beads every month. I believe it's $55. That's with shipping, I think. I probably should have looked it up beforehand. Okay, so make sure there's no codes. There are no codes on here. So here's our forward here. And I hope my camera looks like it's having issues with focusing again. So I do apologize, friends. I thought maybe it was the lighting, so I tried to, I don't know. All right, let's just get through this, okay? let's just get through this. Okay. Wendy's Safari. This month's box celebrates the life of Wendy Whitman. As we mark 2 years since the passing of our bead-loving friend, I feel so lucky to have known Wendy. I remember always feeling so lifted after talking with her. I loved watching her YouTube videos with the Bead Box, where she would often ambitiously challenge herself to utilize every bead in a box. Wendy's kindness and love of crafting were contagious, and the beading community misses her dearly. Guys, I just want to say, Wendy used to do these challenges where she would do a bracelet challenge, and she would see how many bracelets she could make out of a bead box, or how many earrings or how many necklaces she could make out of a bead box. She truly was so inspiring. You know, a lot of times I think about a lot of her challenges, and then I try to challenge myself too in different ways, like, you know, doing projects with unboxings and design on the fly, because that's difficult for me. So little things like that, just so inspiring. Okay, Carl, let's get through this. Shortly before her passing, we reached out to Wendy to see if she wanted to collaborate on a box. She was all in and shared her ideas. We are thankful to have received the blessings from Wendy's family to create a box in her honor. We'll let Wendy tell you all about her box from here. Okay, friends. I really have a thing for giraffes. I don't know why, but I love them. Any giraffe, all giraffes. I'm thinking maybe a safari theme box. Brown, white, picture jasper, wooden beads. I think turquoise would look really pretty with that theme and would also add a splash of color to the earth tones. And a giraffe pendant. We hope the safari we created is what Wendy envisioned and continues to spread the joy she shared with us as we create. Sam Siegel. And here's our information. So, official unboxing on the YouTube will be September 12th at 3 p.m. And then there's a couple live sale celebrations here. There's your dates. And then let's flip it over. And our retail value is $96. And this is a lot of stuff that we're going to be looking at today. So let's get into it. And of course, we get our little candies. Get our little candies. Sam's always giving us sweet, sweet treats. And this is double wrapped. There's usually a second part to that, but in honor of Wendy, I'm not going to say it. Okay. Look at these colors. Wow. Oh my goodness. Look at the Ellies. Guys, there's some elephants in here. This is beautiful. Wendy would have absolutely loved this box. She would have loved these colors. And I have to say, shout out to Sam and crew. Rachel, Shira, Jesse, the whole crew over there, for putting this together and on honoring Wendy. Kudos, my friends, kudos. This is absolutely amazing. And I thank you so much for giving this to us, right? I feel like this is Wendy's box, but I feel like it's for us, right? We needed this. We needed this to remember and to have. So thank you, Sam. All right, friends. I am going to move these to the side. And we're going to look at our strands first. If I can see, if I can read. Guys, this is going to be tough. I'm sorry. It is. Sometimes we have to do tough things, right? Sometimes we do. And I am a very emotional person to begin with. I mean, I cry during General Hospital, friends. So that should tell you all you need to know. All right. I'm also going to take a sip of water because I'm dehydrating myself. Okay, so let's look at our strands. And first we're going to have a picture jasper smooth puffed coin. This is a 12 by 12 and a half 8-piece strand. These are so pretty. I love picture jasper. I'm a jasper girl, but picture jasper is amazing. So let's put it on the dish, and we can see all of those. Like, doesn't it look like wood? And it has all these striations. Some of them have dots, some of them have stripes. So pretty. So pretty. Okay. Next, we are going to look at a mixed tiger eye smooth round. These are 8 to 8.5 millimeters. And it looks like we have some red and some of the brown and yellow. And they say the red is dyed and heated. Oh, there's maybe a blue one on there too. There might be some blue ones in here. Those are beautiful. I love tiger eye. I think it's so pretty. I really love the red too. I mean, the yellow and the brown is pretty, but I like the reds and the blues, like the dyed tiger eye. I love when it's dyed fun colors, friends. I do. Gorgeous strand. She wants to curl, so we'll let her. Okay. Next, we're going to look at a check glass English cut topaz, 3.5 millimeters, and this is a 50-piece strand. I think that's these guys. Those are really pretty. They are cut. They do have like an English cut. Is that what we said? Yep, English cut. They do. They're just tiny, so it's kind of hard to see. But they're real pretty. Pretty topaz color. Nice. All right. I love these together. This is a whole vibe, right? Okay, let's look at some howlite elephants. Oh, yes, please. Oh, look how beautiful. And Sam put them in a little baggie to keep them safe. And trunks are up, friends. Trunks are up. Look at those babies. They're so pretty. Guys, you know I love a good elephant. Love that. I see we have giraffes as well. I think they might be next. Yeah, we have howlite giraffes, 20 millimeter. We also get a 6-piece strand. Oh, and I guess you could see because they're drilled through the back there. You could see that the way they're on there. These guys are drilled through the front of their bodies. Look how cute they are with the little spots. Can you see those little spots? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at those. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wendy would have loved it. She absolutely would have. All right, next we're going to look at a check glass cherry leaf giraffe mix, which is this guy. They're calling this a giraffe mix because it's the giraffe colors. And these are just pretty little leaves. And we have, they're multi-tonal with the medium brown. And then we have this like more beigey color. And the beige color is really opaque, where the other color is a little bit translucent. Like you can see some light in those. It's a beautiful little mix. Oh, look how this would be a cute little bracelet. Could you see like the giraffe coming out of the leaves? I don't know how we would make that happen, but I'm gonna have to think about it. Okay, next we're gonna look at a green African jade faceted round. Oh, these are so pretty, my friends. Look at those. They're so sparkly. Oh, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous green. Look at that green color. Those are so pretty. So pretty. They weren't coming up very well in the dish, I don't think so. We'll give them a hand perusal. Love those. Okay, next we're going to look at a check glass fire polish cushion oval green safari mix, 12-piece strand. Cushion oval, is that what this is? Holy smokes. I've never seen this cut before, you guys. That's amazing. Look at that cut. It's an oval. It's like a faceted oval, but it kind of has like that cushion. That's really pretty. Is that what this is? This is beautiful. Look at these colors. Wow. Wow. So we've got a couple of these little bit of a darker, richer green, and then we have some of these lighter greens, and then we also have some more yellowy greens in there. That is a stunning strand, my friends. Oh, hold on. Oops. Look at it with the leaves. Oh my goodness. We are cooking with gas now, my friends. And I am eyeballing a strand over here that I am just absolutely in love with right now. Next, we're going to look at a Chuck Glass Fire Polish Rondelle Safari Mix. So again, we're going to have another beautiful mix. And you guys, whoa. Sam is amazing with mixing glass and colors and giving us just, these are all custom. He custom mixes almost all of his Czech glass colors. I think it's amazing. Absolutely stunning. This is a beautiful strand. I'm going to have to see, when do the extras go on sale? Because your girl is going to be over there big time. We're going to definitely get these. Okay, next we're going to look at a Czech Glass Fire Polish Rondelle in the Safari Mix. This is a 20-piece strand. I thought we already looked at that. Hold on a second, friends. Where are we at? Okay, yeah, we already looked at this so far. Okay, next we have a Czech Glass Melon Barrel. This is Greenstone Picasso Bronze. This is an 8-piece strand. Oh no. Search and rescue. These are gorgeous. I love melons. I love all kinds of melons, but these are really pretty. These are just, oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at the wash. It just has this gorgeous, like, bronzy wash in them. Those are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, they look so good with that picture, Jasper. Hold on, friends. I have to go on a mission and find somebody that needs help. Where did you go, sir? I gotcha. All right, friends. We're good. Okay. Oh, I think this is Safari Mix. What did we just look at? We looked at the melons. We skipped over one, friends, and it's the one that fell on the floor. Czech Glass Spacer Rondelle Flora Mix 90-piece strand. There they are. And so we've got some clear in there, and we've also got that beautiful green, but it's not just like, it's like a mixed green, right? It's got some light greens in there and some little bit darker greens, some little bit like blues also. I'm seeing some little peaks of blue in there. That's a beautiful strand. And this isn't really, like, it's clear, but it's kind of got like a smokiness to it, right? That's really pretty. It's a nice little accent bead for sure. Okay. So we got that. Next we have, I have 3 bead strands over here, and I must have skipped over one somewhere because there's only 2 more on the list. Okay, so next we're going to have Czech Glass Garland Flower Turquoise Cream Picasso 10 millimeters. These are gorgeous too. Holy smokes, look at those. Those are so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at that little bit of blue on those brown ones. That's gorgeous. Look at the blue wash settling in those lines. I don't know if you can see it. That's so pretty. Oh, and look at the bronze in that turquoisey color. That's gorgeous. Yes, I want all of these. I want more of these. Okay, and next we have a Czech Glass Fire Polish Round Turquoise Picasso. And the strand that I'm most interested in, and I think might be one of my favorites, I skipped over somehow. I guess I was saving the best for last, friend. Look at that. These are all gorgeous, though, honestly. That's just a beautiful, beautiful blue color. Turquoise Picasso. Stunning. All right, let's see where this guy is. We missed him somewhere. Here it is. Czech Glass Custom Bead Strand Safari Mix. I thought that was that. Oh, no, those were the oval cushion cut. That's correct. Oops. Look at this strand, my friends. It's all different pieces of Czech glass, but look at these. These are so pretty. Wow. And then we have some triangles. Let's take a look. So we've got this, it's like an amber, but it also has some black in it. So it's like that, I think they call that like a tortoise little, I think that's what they call it. Then we've got these green ovals, and look, they're clear on one side and opaque on the other side. That's pretty decent. And then we have some of these, and then we got little green beads in between each one, like little baby drucks. And then we've got these triangles, and these feel a little matte too. That's really pretty. And there's some more of those tortoise little bicones. Ooh, look at this guy. It's a little green wavy dude. He's kind of bumpy. And then we have one of these really awesome ones in a green. So pretty. And then it kind of repeats itself. That's an amazing strand. You know, guys, I'm going to have such a hard time picking favorite beads from this collection because so far I love them all. Let's put this guy over here. My dog's about to go crazy probably because our neighbors are just pulling up with their loud truck. All right, friends, so now we can kind of go on our own here because the rest of these things are all labeled on the bags. I might have to pause real quick because I think my dog's about to lose her mind. Give me 1 second. Okay, friends, crisis averted. All right, so let's get into some of these bags, shall we? Okay, this first one is a check glass fire polish round giraffe mix, 6mm. Let's bring in a dish. I mean, I'm already here, friends, but meow. Anyway, look at those. Those are so cool. And they really look nice with these. That's that whole same custom mix, that giraffe mix. Those are beautiful. I think we should put these in a cup. I don't know if they're going to be safe out in the wild. I think we need to put those in a little cup. All right. Next, we're going to look at some wood coins. So these are a dark brown wood coin, 15mm, 12-piece set. I love a good coin bead, a good wood coin bead. They're so much fun. You can do so much with them. We can paint them. We can leave them the way they are. We can, you know, we can have some fun. We can glue stuff on them. It's a beautiful color, very dark, rich brown. Very, very earthy. This is a very earthy palette, and I love it. And it's just, oh, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And Wendy was a very earthy person. She loved these kinds of colors. All right, next we have a check glass 2-hole wave stone Picasso mix. Colors may vary. 13x7. These are beautiful. I love this finish, and these colors are amazing. But I love this. Ooh, I love this like lustery finish. Look at those colors. So you've got some of these bluer purple. These are like a turquoisey color that looks like a little purpley. And we got some greens, some golds with some roses. This looks like an alabaster. And there's your 2 holes. Focus, focus. So they kind of, we'll have to think about this. We'll have to think about a good use for these. Ooh, they kind of will look pretty over here, wouldn't they? With all, because these all kind of have like this lustery finish. I kind of think this might be something pretty. We'll have to think about that one. I don't know what we're going to make today, guys, but I have an idea. I'm starting to form a plan. Next, we're going to look at a green zebra jasper oval, medium 18x25 and large 22x30. So we get 3 pieces. So we get a focal and then 2 smaller ones. When Jennifer, I watched her unboxing, these absolutely are gorgeous. And I didn't realize, because you can't really tell, and they probably look maybe dark on my screen as well, but they're actually green. And they do say green, but I don't know why I thought they were black, but they're definitely green. They are so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, so we get 2 bigger ones and 1 smaller one. That's interesting. Usually we get 2 smaller ones and 1 bigger one. That's so cool. I love that. I love that we get 2 bigger ones. Thank you, Sam. That's going to be interesting. All right, next we're going to look at, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Genuine, my friend. This is genuine turquoise nugget soup stabilized, 21 grams. I don't have much turquoise, my friend, so this is amazing. I feel like I'm a rock star now. Look at that turquoise. It's gorgeous. I just want to touch it. Oh, it's so nice. Okay. So nice, I had to go in twice. These are beautiful. Oh my goodness. I'm probably going to regret this in a minute. Okay, I don't want to lose any. This is like precious gold, you guys. Okay. All right. Hush, hush, baby. Okay, next we're going to look at a little bag of focals. A little focal collection. So we're going to look at a turquoise elephant, one piece. We're also going to look at a mosaic oval dark topaz and a grape leaf topaz AB. And these are all one pieces. I think that's cute, a little bag of focals. Oh, these are pretty. So let's look at that beautiful elephant. So pretty in this gorgeous turquoise color. I would be lying, guys, if I said I didn't wish there were two of these. Because I would love to make earrings with this. So pretty. And it's not very heavy. Like some of these check glass elephants, the larger ones are really heavy. This is like a medium-sized one. It's really not that heavy. So I think they would make... Oh my gosh, with the turquoise, oh, we can make such beautiful earrings. Hopefully, they'll be on the extra sale. And here is our, and they say this is dark topaz. It's pretty dark. But I bet if we hold the dish under it, we can see that topaz color, and we can. It's amazing what the white dish can do, my friends. It's amazing. It's definitely dark, but you can when you shift it in the light, you can see through it. You can see the drill. That's pretty. Oh, that looks pretty with these wood beads. That's mysterious. And then we have these grape leaves. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. And that is drilled through the front. There's that hole up there at the top, drilled through the front. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful color combination. Look at that. Sam, I would be lying if I said I didn't wish we had two of these as well. That would make me, guys, I got to make the live sale because I got to order me some leaves and elephants. Oh my. Okay. We are now looking at a brown banded agate bag. So we've got one barrel and then we've got 4 tubes. These are dyed, which I don't care. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's kind of funky. Look, he's got a bunch of little holes in him. I know some of them have inclusions, but I feel like that looks like it's a lot of little holes in there. I mean, I guess we could, this part is beautiful. This part is beautiful. That's a very interesting banding pattern, right? It's beautiful. And then you get on the backside, it looks like a chewed up grape or something, but that's okay, friends. We'll love it just the same. All right, let's look at these guys. Look at those. Oh, so pretty. Look at this guy. This guy is really interesting because he's like white on this side, but then give him a spin. Look at that. Look at this guy. He looks like he's got some... Oh, these are beautiful. That's okay that my other one isn't as pretty because it's still beautiful, guys. They're all beautiful. That one's so beautiful. Look at that, I'm sorry, I don't even know if I'm like mystified right now. I was looking, look at all the striations inside of there. Look at the banding. I don't know if you can see that banding. It's so good. Love those. Oh, they look good with the wood too. Okay, guys, and we have some metals. Wow. So I have a story for you in a second. Let's look at these giraffes. So these are really pretty. And I like that they're mirroring each other. I think that's really amazing. So this is a giraffe charm. This is 2 pieces. And then we have a tiara cast fern link. And we'll get into that in a second because I have a story about that. Not really a story, but those are really cute. They're very lightweight. They're very lightweight. They're not very bendy. They're not necessarily bendy. They're just lightweight, which is good because... Earrings, friends, earrings. Oh, let's put them over here with the giraffe collection. All right, and let's talk about this fern link. And my story is, I have wanted one of these fern links forever. When they first came out with this, I didn't have a lot of money to be buying tiara cast. And I also don't have, like to buy tiara cast, I think you had to have a wholesale license. And I also didn't have a wholesale license. But I had a friend who had a wholesale license, and she told me that she was going to order me a fern link in each color. And I said, oh my God, and I was so excited. and I never got them. I don't, not that I never got them, but I don't think she ever sent them, which is fine, friends, which is fine. But I was always kind of sad because then they were, you know, Tarot Cast was sold. But look, I finally have my fern link. And the reason why this fern link is so special is because when I first learned how to do a ladder stitch bracelet, it was from Tracy Proctor's video, and she used the fern link and the thistle button. And I had a thistle button, but it didn't have a fern link. And so now, guys, I can make that bracelet that I've wanted to make for legitimately 3 years now. We can make it. Yay! All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, friends, here is our Sam's Bead Box, and I'm glad we got the emotions out, and I'm feeling pretty good now. Feeling pretty good. And I was thinking about making, since Wendy loved the giraffes, and the giraffes seem to be very prevalent in this box, I thought we could do maybe a giraffe necklace or bracelet. So let me get my shopping cart, which is this bowl right now. Until tomorrow, guys. I have shopping carts coming in. Wait till you see. Okay. We're going to put this in the shopping cart. We're going to put these in the shopping cart. I don't know. We don't necessarily use everything in the shopping cart. These are just ideas. I'm wondering if I want to put some of the turquoise in the shopping cart. We definitely need some brighter colors to brighten this up a little bit. So let's maybe put some of these rondelles. How do we feel about those? Do we like the green? I do like these amber tones with this, but I don't know about the green, but I do want another color in here. Ooh. What if we did some of the tiger eye? We could maybe do some of the red ones. Do we want a pop of green in here, though, is the question. So, guys, I wonder, what are we missing here? What can we put in here? Maybe some of these green ones? I don't love that together. I was also thinking, oh, yes, I think this is what our shopping cart's going to be. I'm just going to throw these two on too. We might need a little bit of a spacer, okay? So, I'm going to clean the rest of this up, and then I'll be right back, and we'll think of some ideas together, my friends. Okay, be right back. Okay, friends, we're back, and we are armed with a bead mat. So let's pull out our ingredients. So we've got this tiger eye. Again, guys, I might not use everything. I also did, I did pull in this turquoise because I figured we might want to see. I also have not decided. I don't think I'm going to use these. I was going to make earrings too, but I might save these for a separate project. So let me go ahead and put these aside. Okay. So this is what we have. So I kind of like the idea of a bracelet with some of these leaves in between a couple of them. So maybe we can do like maybe 2 or 3 on the bracelet. Or we could just do 1. Because I would like to make earrings, but I'm wondering how we would make earrings. But these would be cute up a necklace as well, wouldn't they? But guys, I wanted to make something for myself, and I don't really wear necklaces. But it would be a cute necklace, though. Like if you had because the way they're drilled, they could kind of go up the necklace like they're walking. That would be really pretty. But then I don't know. I mean, that would be pretty on a bracelet as well. So we have 6. So maybe we use 3 in a bracelet and we use 3 in a necklace. We'll just do the bracelet today, and then maybe I'll do the necklace off camera. I don't know. I'm trying to think how I want to break these up. They're so darn cute. I almost don't want to use them, is my honest opinion. But okay, we also have these, which are absolutely amazing, and they of course match our leaves. And I really do think this turquoise is rather fetching with these colors. And I think we can pull the green in there as well. I don't know about the tiger eye. I might leave this over to the side in reserve. Oh, didn't I have... I think I had those little spacers too, and I don't know why they got put back in the bag. Here they are. I don't think we need them, honestly. And what about these? Do we need these? I don't think so, but you know what is pretty? If we use like a pretty colored bead stringing wire through these more clear ones, and then you could really see that. But we're going to save this for something, a different project. So I think this is what we're going to do. I think we're going to do a little bracelet. So I think we're going to, yeah. So I'm going to cut some of these strands apart, guys, and I'm going to gather some supplies. And then we will do some designing on the flyage. Okay? Okay. We'll be right back, friends. Okay, friends, and we are back, and we are magic. So this is what I have pulled out for us. So I have some of these turquoise. I have the giraffe mix, the check glass. I have these gorgeous, what were these again? I don't remember, but they're smashing. Green jade. Hold on, guys. Sorry about my arm all up in your business. But my thing was over there. I can't, what? Picture jasper, English cut, tiger eye, African jade. Yes, it was jade. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to know. So I pulled those. We've got some giraffes here. We're probably not going to use these three, but we're probably going to use these. I also separated that rondelle mix, and then we have our leaves. And then this guy is just a standby, just in case I want just a little bit more different color in there. Okay. And then we're also going to do, I think we're going to do a bracelet, friends, because I don't wear necklaces. So I think a bracelet would be nice. We're going to bring in our copper soft flex in the medium. I'm going to do this situation. So I have this big round guy, and this is going to go right on there. And I want to do some kind of a dangle cascade here or something. I think that might be fun. So we have those. I have 2 crimp tubes. What else do we have? I also have some spacers that I'm bringing in from my stash. And we are doing copper, so these are just very small copper spacers. Guys, these are my favorite spacers ever in the world. I love them. And I have more, but I'm kind of sad because I can see the daylight in this container now, and Bead Box Bargains hasn't had these in forever. I used to order like 1 of every color or 2 packages of every color with every order until I build up this stash. But anyway, enough about me. I also have some crimp beads. These are... I think a 1x2 or 2x1, whatever. Crimp beads that we might use for a spacer situation. And I have some jump rings. I have some eye pins, some head pins rather. We got all kinds of stuff here, friends. We have all kinds of stuff. So, what I was thinking, oh my goodness. We are discombobulated today, friends. Okay, so what I was thinking was, we're going to do a bracelet. We're going to have these 3 little guys migrating here. I think that's cute. Then we're going to put, I think, because these holes, like the butt holes, that didn't sound right, friends. I didn't mean it like that. I meant the holes in this portion. I didn't mean like okay, listen. But I wonder if we put, that might not look good either. I didn't think about that. It might look like, okay, never mind. So let's do we can do spacers in between each giraffe, and then we'll do another bead in there, but let's just put 2 spacers in between each giraffe. Oh my goodness, this was starting out good until recently. Okay, so we have that, and then what can we put in between of here? We could put some turquoise. We could put a little turquoise chunk, or we could do one of these. Oh, that's pretty. What do you think about that? Or we could do some rondelles. I really like these. These are really pretty. We could do some of those rondelles in between. We could also do green, honestly. I don't know if I like the green. Let's do these in between. That's pretty. Okay. And then I figured we'd do a couple little oh, but you know what? That's a lot of brown, isn't it? We wanted to bring in some different colors, didn't we? Hold on a second. Design on the fly. All right. You know what? Let's bring in some of this. Let's do these in between. Or is that too small? No, I think that'll be pretty. I think that'll be really pretty. Okay, so we'll do some of those. Okay. And then we'll do our leaf portion. And we're going to do like a little stack situation. So let's do another spacer We're not going to do spacers in between everything, but I am going to do some spacers. So let's do 3, 4, 5. And that will stack up really fun. And it's kind of like, you know, they're in the leaves and whatnot. Guys, we're running out of bracelet here, and I still have so many beads I want to use. Okay, so then we'll put a spacer behind those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start stringing this middle portion up because I'm fairly confident this is what I want in the middle. So I'm going to do that, and then we can see how long that is, and then we can start adding some of that turquoise maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to start with this spacer, and then I'm just going to load some of these leaves on. And I'm hoping to do a dangle. I'm sorry, I'm off camera, guys. I'm hoping to do a dangle with, you might be down too far too. I don't know. I don't know if this is centered very well. I think we're okay. I want to do a dangle with these leaves, but I don't necessarily want to do a bunch of brio wrapping. So I did bring some jump rings to see if these will fit any of my jump rings. They might, there's a possibility they might not, because I don't have a lot of copper jump rings that are bigger and not, you know, not thinner than 18 or 20 gauge. So we'll have to see. All right, so we put these flowers on here, these leaves on here, and that looks like that. But when you stack them up, they do this funny little, like, thing. They do this, they do this funny little stacking thing. So that's cool. So we're going to do that. I cannot wait to start seeing what you guys are making with this box. And I can't wait to see all the unboxings. Because Wendy just touched so many people. And I want to say, guys, I think I figured out what I was trying to say earlier. And that is, Wendy had such a way, a magic about her, that when you watched her videos, you really felt like you were in the room with her. And she was like just teaching you, right? She was just had that kind of personality that was so welcoming and just so like, she really made you feel like you were a part of something, right? She just had that way about her. Just made you feel like, you know, she was talking to you. Yeah. And I think that's just so special. I don't know if I like all of these little spacers in between. I think that might be adding too much length. This is what we have. And yeah, I think all those little spacers might be... Oh no, there goes my dog. Yes, man. What is it? Shh, what? Did you hear the raccoons outside? Yeah, they were out there. Oh my goodness. What are they doing? Sorry, guys. My dog is just losing her mind. I think the raccoons are probably outside eating. She can, we have the back door open, and so she was probably out on the catio and probably saw them or heard them or smells them. Could also be the possums, but that's how she gets when she smells other animals. She gets real excited. All right. And some cat hairs. I think that's going to be a little bit better. I think all those spacers was just adding too much bulk. We also have to figure out a way to keep our giraffes... I guess when we crimp it, hopefully they don't spin, but I think that's cute. So let's go ahead and put, we are going to put one more of these on. Let's see if we have a little bit lighter green one. It's pretty. Since they are right up front. Okay, and then we're going to put our spacer. And then we're going to put our 5 leaves. Maybe 4. Let's see what 4 look like. We might just do 4. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think we might just do 4, guys. I think 4 is good because we don't want to add too much length. It's kind of fun. This is very whimsical, my friends. It's very whimsical. Okay. So let me get our tape measure out. Make sure it's on the right side this time. Guys, did you catch me in my video earlier, or was it yesterday? And I'm like, oh, this is 5 inches because I was on this side. Oh, Carl. What are you doing with yourself? All right. So let's kind of, you know, sometimes the ruler is better for this, but I don't know. Okay, let's see. I'm taking this one leaf out because we're going to remove him. So we're at about 4 inches. Oh, did you see that? It was a leaf. Oh my gosh. What in the world? Where did it come from? Okay, let's put it back. Anywho's, that was fun. So this is what we have. So we have, what did I say we have? Okay, 5 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches. All right, so I'm wondering if we only do 3 leaves, because, you know what, guys? I think we're just going to do, let's just do this. Let's just take all these off, because I think we're running out of space. I might make a matching necklace, like I said, so we can put more beads on the, more of these on the necklace. I might make a video with the matching necklace. That might be coming up soon, because I think that sounds like a fun idea. Okay, so we got 3 leaves. Maybe we'll do a series, guys. Oh, that might be fun. I just had a great idea. What if we do like a 3-part series? So this week we make the bracelet, and then maybe next week or the week after next week we do the necklace, and then the next week we do the earrings, or vice versa, and we can just make it a little series. I think I like that idea. I like that we're starting out with the bracelet. Maybe we'll do the earrings in the middle, and we'll do the necklace last, because that will be like our big hurrah. We'll see, friends. We'll see. All right. Let's do this again. And we're going to do a green guy. The earrings we might, yeah, well, I won't have any giraffes for the earrings, but I'm sure we can come up with something. And that one will be a real short video, which is a change for me, right? Okay. All right. Oops. All right. Spacer. 3 leaves. Okay. Guys, I'm going to bring over my other ruler real quick, because this one lays flatter in my hand. Like, I'm not that coordinated. Okay, so now we've taken it down to about 3.5 inches. That's good. And I think that's cute. I think that's a lot cuter. I mean, sometimes less is more, friends. Not all the time. Not all the time, but sometimes. Okay. So, oh, I forgot to put it. You're right. I forgot to put a spacer on that side. All right. Okay, now are we going to do some turquoisey? I think we do some turquoise here, maybe. All right, I'm going to actually cut this off the spool now, because I want to work on side to. I want to do from side to side. So let's cut about here. Okay, because we want some. Oh, we don't really need, because this is, how big is this guy? This guy's like got to be 1 inch, right? Almost 1 inch. And then we have a bigger lobster. So our lobster is 1/2 inch. So we have to figure 1.5 inches for that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to cut this at about 8 inches. Where are my bead string? Okay. Again, I don't think we're going to need that much, but... Oh, no. Listen here, sir. You work for me. That means you have to work for me and do what I say. Okay. All right. Here we go, friends. Is that going to be long enough? Ooh, how about if we kind of make it asymmetrical? What do we think about that? I think I like that idea. I think I got to get some bead stoppers. I think I do before I break my heart. Let's get some bead stoppers. That's my chair. That's my chair. I do have a less noisy chair. But we have to lose a few lbs before we get back into that chair, because I have maxed out the weight restriction of that chair. My Kristen chair. I don't want to break it. But guys, I have some good news. We're going to use these little smaller ones. Today is day 3 of successfully, what is the word I'm looking for? Fasting. Successfully fasting. I am no longer snacking at night, which is one of my biggest issues. So we've stopped that. So we're getting there, friends. And I weighed myself today. And guys, I don't weigh myself every day. I strongly suggest you just weigh yourself weekly. But I just want to weigh myself today, and I'm already down 4 pounds. But guys, that's just mostly water, right? That's not like me. Woo! I'm getting skinny. That's just water. But it's encouraging, right? It's encouraging. Okay, enough about me. So I like this. So I think this should be one side, and then we can put some of these turquoise on here. Let's grab a couple of these. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Look at that turquoise. That one was a little bit on an angle, so we're just going to put that one to the side. Oh my gosh. I love this. This is so good. Let me grab some more over here. This is so good. Sam and team, thank you so much for giving us exactly what Wendy wanted us to have. That's amazing. This is, I gotta remember to save some of this turquoise for the necklace too. So we have to keep that in mind. Okay. All right, let's do a measure. Okay. So we're a little over 4 inches, which is good. I think we can, should we break it up, or should we just do more and then maybe do some of these? I'll put one of these smaller ones in here. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, no. Oh, that one's pretty. Oh, that one's kind of chunky. I'm looking for more of a flatter one, I think. I just want them to lay nice. I don't want any of the bead string and wire to be showing. So sometimes you have to, and it's funny because they look so pretty on the strand. Like, they look like they're perfectly matched up on the strand. And then when you put them, I think that's good. Or we could maybe put it on this side. On the flat side. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay. What if we put a spacer? We can do one of these beautiful green beads. Oh, look at that one. That one's got like a little special something in him. He's pretty. Okay. Put that guy in there. And then maybe we can start some of these. What do we think? Oh, this is so pretty. Okay. I like this vision. Okay. And I think that should be it. Oh, I love that, actually. I kind of do. Let's put another green one in there to make that more, these green beads are so pretty. To make that more even and symmetry. All right, let's see what we have. Oh no. Oh no, we popped it right off. But that's okay, because we have to kind of squish our leaves so they're laying the way we want. And now we can measure and hopefully not drop. Call, don't drop it. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so we're at 6 inches, which, you know, who knows in bead math. So 6, and we said this is 1.5 inches, so we'll say 7.5. But some of these beads are rather large. So we also have to crimp too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these bead stoppers back on. And hopefully they stay on. And I'm going to actually put it over my wrist and see how it looks. Let me just make sure these, the leaves, I'm going to use gravity to my advantage here for a second and hold it upside down. Okay, now let me put it on my wrist and see what I think. And then, let's see. I think this is going to be good because we want to crimp. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Okay, guys, I'm excited. So let me uncrimp this end, or unclip that end. And so now I have to decide. I think I want this to be my lobster end, and I'm going to crimp my lobster, I think, right on there. I don't think I'm going to use any jump rings. I don't know. I haven't decided. Let me see how I feel about it. Yeah, I think we're not going to use any jump rings here. It's my bracelet, friends. It's okay. It's okay. I'm all right with it. Where is my little cup with my findings? Oh, no. I had a little cup with crimp tubes in it. Oh, my goodness. Guys, I try to be so prepared, and then I don't know what happens with all these cups. I don't know where they go. Did I put it in my scrap cup? No. Did I put it out here anywhere? I had little crimp tubes. Did I put them? Oh, there they are. I found them. I had a feeling they were on my bead mat. Okay. So we're going to put a crimp tube on. And then we're going to put a lobster. Right? These are nice big lobsters, so these should be easy for me to maneuver. Sometimes I have a hard time with lobsters. Putting them on myself. Okay, let's push that through our bead stringing wire. There we go. Bring that down. We don't need a huge loop, but we also don't want a terribly small loop because then it won't sit nice, right? Okay, I think I have to cut this end. It keeps getting stuck. I think I just have to, sometimes you just have to do this. There we go. It like wasn't properly going through the other side of the tube. So let's try that again. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. So what have you guys been up to? It is Wednesday. We are middle of the week, my friends. Does anybody have any fun weekend plans? I don't. Not that I know of, anyway. Oh my gosh, why are you not going through your tube, my friend? Come on, there we go. There we go. Nope, I thought I had it. It was the other one. My goodness, this is not, this is not going well. Okay. Let's try one more time. I don't know if it's just too tight or something in there. There we go. I don't know. Is this heavy duty wire? No, it's medium. I don't know what's going on, friends. Okay, there we go. But we figured it out. So we're going to make a loop about this big, and I think that's a good size loop. It's not too small. It's just, I think that's a good size. Did I bring over my magical crimping pliers? I think that I did. But I don't see them. That's kind of important, Call. You need them to do this, to complete this portion of the project. Oh no, friends, where are my magical crimping pliers? Hold on, hold please. I'm just gonna hold this here. Magical crimping pliers. I know I put them somewhere. Hold 1 second. Phew, I was starting to freak out, guys. They fell on the floor apparently. That must have happened earlier and I didn't realize it. You guys probably heard it and were like, oh my god, what was that bang? It was my pliers. Okay. Maybe I did realize it and I just forgot that quick. You never know. You never know, guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to, these crimping pliers have a little notch there. And we are going to center this, tube over the notch. And this is a soft flex tube, guys. I do suggest that you use your soft flex crimps with your soft flex wire as well as beadalon. If you want to use beadalon wire, I suggest you use the beadalon crimps because those crimps were specially made to go with those diameters of wire. So this is a 0.19 and beadalon's medium is a 0.18. So the soft flex has a little extra coating, which makes it really, really strong and why I don't feel like I need to have wire guardians on it. So, yeah, so I do suggest, but you can use these crimping pliers with the beadalon products as well. But I do suggest you use the beadalon tubes. Just, you know, my recommendation. Keep them in the family, friends. Keep them in the family. Okay. And I also don't suggest any other crimp tubes. I strongly recommend either beadalon crimp tubes or soft flex. I have not really found other, like, because they're a little pricey, guys, but you get what you pay for, right? I have found that the cheaper crimp tubes are just not that good. They are not. All right, so here we go. And now comes a very special time because we have to crimp this side. And we want to crimp it so it's not crunchy, but we also want to crimp it so our leaves are kind of leafing. They're leafing, friends. We don't want them to leave. We want them to leaf. So let's figure this out. So let's go ahead and put our crimp tube on. And again, we're going to put our, Miss, thank you. It's actually Bobo going through a box. That is none of your business what's in that box, Bobo. That's rude. Okay. Well, this one went through much easier on this side. Okay, so we're going to pull this down. And I want to check this on my wrist before I crimp it. Make sure it fits. Because, guys, if you know I'm not the best with bracelet math. So let me go ahead and check it on my wrist before I crimp it. Because if I need it to be a little bigger, and that's going to work. I think that's going to work fine. I do just a little bit more room there. Okay. And we are not crimping a crunch. So let's go ahead and lock this guy in. Okay, and that makes that little square shape. And then we're going to take it to the side and give it a spinny din. Give it a spin around the block. Okay, and we're forming that crimp ball right there. That beautiful, beautiful little crimp. Okay, friends, and our stringing portion is done. Now, I do want to see if we can make some dangles, because I would like to make a little dangle portion. Okay. And there we have our bracelet. So let's try it on. This might take a minute. I should probably pause. Okay. Okay. Almost there. It's just a matter of, I have one of those bracelet helpers, don't I? Yes, Carl, you do. Work smarter, not harder, my friend. Where are you? Where are you? Where art thou, bracelet helper? I have a whole little thing of helpful tools over here next to me that I should utilize a little more. Okay. All right. Let's do the bracelet helper. All right. I'm not going to do the bracelet helper on the camera though, because I don't know if I'm using it the proper way. So let's see. I think it goes like so. Okay. And then we bring it around like so. Okay. Maybe I will show you. So I think you kind of do it like this, but then I can never get it flat enough. Can you just, oh my God, it's embarrassing. What are you doing to yourself, Carl? Oh, friends, I don't know. I don't think I can do it, but that's okay. We can look at it off my wrist. So here we have it. We have our giraffes, our march of the giraffes. They're marching in between their leaves. We have some turquoise here, and now I want to make a dangle. So let me try these 5mm jump rings first. As I have a feeling, I think I have copper. Guys, let me just real quick, I'm going to separate some jump rings and I'll be right back. Okay, that was super late. We're back, friends. And so these leaves, I didn't have any jump rings that would fit through these leaves that well. I broke one actually trying to do that. So I don't want to have any more casualties, guys. So we're not going to go that route. So what I decided to do, and I've already wrapped several of these little African jades. We did some little wire wrapping here. They're not perfect, but they're cute. So we have 11, and there's no rhyme or reason why we have 11. That's just how many jump rings I had. I think 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Yeah. So we'll do 2 together. I mean, that's how many head pins I had, rather, not jump rings. I had this little bag of head pins, and I said, oh, there's 11 here. So hopefully I don't mess one up, guys, because if I do, Ozy Welsies, Ozy Welsies. I'm just going to go ahead and straighten this guy out a little bit. He's a little funky. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm sorry. I tried to knock you out. Oh, my Lord. I do apologize, my friends. I do apologize. I brought you guys down a little bit lower so we could get in on some of this action. Okay. So we're going to do that. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our little beads on. And I'm going to use this other plier over here because this has a little bit smaller of a mandrel, and so it doesn't create quite as much space because we only want to put about 3 wraps in here. And you don't have to do the wrap loops if you don't want. If you want to do this little portion with single loops, you certainly can. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to finger wrap because I think this is like 24 gauge wire, so it is very easy to finger wrap. And then we're going to go ahead and cut that. And then we're going to tuck it in. Okay, gently tuck that little guy in. Which I'm not successfully doing. Sometimes, friends, if you hold it by the loop, it's easier to tuck in for these smaller beads. It won't spin on you as much. Okay, and then we'll do one more. And then I have this guy over to the side. He'll be the bottom because he has extra wraps. Because I used the other pliers and it just created too much space, but I figured we can keep him at the bottom. That's okay. Okay, and we're going to roll it. Give it a good rolly roll. I didn't call out my favorites of the box, guys, because I pretty much love every single thing in this box. Like, it's just amazing. It's so special. Like I said, guys, it's probably going to be one of the most special boxes ever. And if you guys are not familiar with Wendy, if you're newer, I'm going to leave this beaded life, and you guys might already be over there. That's Jody's channel. That was originally Wendy's channel, so that's Wendy's Legacy channel over there. And I just want to shout out our beautiful, amazing friend Jody. And I wanted to say this in the beginning, but I was just too emotional. I want to thank Jody for continuing to put such beautiful content over there on that channel. So guys, you know, we get 2 of the best over there. We can go and look back at some of Wendy's tutorials and some of the things that she's done. And then we also have, you know, Jody over there just continuing that legacy, which is just so special. And so big shout out to our beautiful friend Jody for continuing to make beautiful jewelry over there. I think Wendy would be so proud, Jodes. I think she really would. Okay, friends, we're not going to get emotional. So we've got some 5mm jump rings here, and we're going to do some jump ring magic. So let me get our proper jump ring pliers. And first we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with our bottom dangle. And these are a 5mm 18 gauge jump ring, so they're a little bit chunky, but I think they'll work well on a bracelet because they're a little stronger, so we won't have to worry about, you know, our jump rings failing, because these are nice, strong jump rings. 18 gauge stainless steel. All right, now we're going to do our next jump ring. Sorry, guys, if I'm making so much noise putting these pliers up and down. Okay, try to keep them on the mat. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this jump ring onto here. And then we're going to put one of these dangles on this side. And then we're going to pick up our plier, and then we're going to grab this, and then we're going to put another dangle on this side. Okay. And then we're going to close it. Now, I don't have a little piece of wire over here. I might have something that I can use. But sometimes you want to put a little piece of wire or something in here to keep your place. Hold on one second. Oh, you know what? I had an eye pin over here somewhere, didn't I? That's okay. I'm just going to put this little piece of wire through here. And now I'm going to lay this down like that. Okay, and then we're going to grab our next jump ring. I love doing a good dangle cascade of dangle goodness. We're going to pick this up, and then we're going to take this jump ring and we're going to hook it right through the wire onto that other jump ring, and then let that wire slip out. And then we're going to put one on this side, and then one on this side, and we're going to close that. Okay. Making sure that's nice and smooth. We're going to insert our wire. And if you want more of a bigger flourish of dangles, you would use bigger jump rings. But since I have so many beads here, I thought this would be nice. Because I thought if we used like a bigger jump ring, it would just be too long and messy. I just want a nice, cute little cluster at the end here. I just think that would be pretty. Okay. We're going to hook this over through that wire. Through that loop, let that wire go. Okay, we're going to put one on this side. One on this side. And guys, if you hear a lot of activity going on, there's a cricket. There's a cricket in my house. And the cats are all over it. The last sighting I had of it, it went behind the fish tank. But I hear an awful lot of activity out there in the living room. So I don't know if he's emerged or not. But let's all just wish him some luck. Because, you guys, he's got about 3 cats on him right now. Like, on his trail. It's not looking good for Jiminy. It's just really not. Okay, hook that through. Let that wire fall out. One on this side. And then one on this side. And then we've got one more. So we're going to go ahead, one more section. I'm going to go ahead and close that. Right? Oh, it's a little not quite closed. There we go. Lay that down. Isn't that a cute little dangle? I like it. You can do as many dangles as you want. Whatever. You decide, my friend. You decide. Okay, we're going to gently pick that back up and put our last jump ring through that. Let that wire fall. One on this side. And then one on this side. And then we're going to just connect this to this outer portion of our ring and close it. Oops. Oh, we might have to add a bigger jump ring up here. I don't know. I don't want this to be too tight. Oh, everybody is speaking now. Let's see. Nope, that's good. Okay. That's just a cute little dangle, my friends. Look at that little dangle. All right, guys, I'm going to put it on the palette and I'm going to give it a spin so you guys can see it. And then we will be back, my friends, with a necklace maybe to go with this and maybe a pair of earrings. So let's give this a little look-see. How pretty is that? It's our little family of giraffes just going on about their business through the leaves and over the hill we go, my friends. Through the leaves and over the hill. Love that dangle. So cute. All right, my loves. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and letting me be me and getting my emotions out there. I appreciate you guys so much. Let me bring it down just a little bit so you can see. Just so pretty. Yeah, and I cannot wait to see what you guys do with this box. Again, our information to know is Bead Box Extras post to the app on September 12th. Also, the official unboxing on Sam's Bead Shop YouTube is September 12th, 3 p.m. Guys, I will link all of that stuff in the description box in case you are not subscribed over there. And then the Bead Box Celebration live sale is September 16th at 4 p.m. Guys, there's also other stuff coming up with this box. This is not it, I don't think, because, yeah, I think there's definitely more stuff coming up with this box. So, my friends, I hope you are planning your magical beans and you are taking care of yourselves and being kind to yourselves and just doing, you know, just, I don't know. Just be kind to yourselves, friends. You know, we only get this one life, right? We only get this one life. And it's very, very precious, my friends. It's very precious. So I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. All right, my loves. Until next time, keep planting the beans. Bye.